Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Miss English podcast, the place where learning English feels simple, friendly, and fun. I'm Chloe, and I'm so happy you are here with us today.
Hello, Chloe, and hello to all our amazing listeners joining us from different countries, different time zones, and different corners of the world. It's wonderful to spend another episode with you.
I feel very bright and energetic this morning. Maybe it's the sunshine, or maybe it's the topic we're going to talk about. How are you feeling today, Ethan?
Honestly, I'm feeling great, and a little excited too, because I bought something special on my way here.
Really? What did you buy?
A newspaper.
A newspaper? Wow, that feels kind of classic these days. Most people just scroll on their phones.
I know, I row. I'm a bit old school, but I love the feeling of real paper, the sound it makes, the smell of fresh ink, and it goes perfectly with a hot cup of coffee.
That sounds peaceful. And actually, your newspaper is perfect for today's lesson.
Really? How?
Because today we're talking about something that many English learners find challenging: how to talk about the news in English.
Ah, yes. The news. Lots of long sentences, big words, and fast talking. Sometimes it feels like reporters are speaking at double speed.
Exactly. Many students tell me they understand everyday English, but when they try to follow the news, they get confused or overwhelmed.
That's definitely me. Sometimes I watch a news clip, and after 5 seconds, I'm lost.
But don't worry, today we have a simple tool to make everything much easier.
A tool? A trick? A secret? I love secrets. Tell me everything.
Today we're learning a magic formula used by journalists, reporters, storytellers, and now by you too.
Ooh, that sounds powerful. What is this formula?
It's called the 5 Ws.
The 5 Ws? That sounds like a pop band from the 80s.
Not a band. 5 important questions, and all of them start with the letter W.
Okay, I'm ready. What's the first one?
The first W is what?
What, as in, what happened?
Exactly. Every news story begins with the main event. For example, a new community garden opened. That's your what.
Simple enough. A new community garden opened. That's the event.
Perfect. Now the second W is where.
That means the place, right?
Yes. Where did the event happen? In a big city? In a small town? At a school? At a park?
So now we have a new community garden opened in the town center.
Excellent. You already sound like a reporter.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll sign autographs later.
Now the third W is when.
The time. When did it happen? Yesterday? Last month? Early this morning?
Exactly. So your newsline becomes, a new community garden opened in the town center last weekend.
Wow, it's starting to sound more detailed.
And now the fourth W, who.
The people. Who was involved in this event?
Right. Is it opened by volunteers? By the mayor? By a local group?
Maybe by a group of teachers who wanted to teach children about plants.
Great example. So now we have, a group of local teachers opened a new community garden in the town center last weekend.
Ooh, that sounds so official. Maybe I am secretly a reporter.
You're doing amazing. And now we arrive at the fifth W, why.
The reason. Why did this happen?
Yes. Why did the teachers create the garden? To help children learn? To make the city greener? To bring neighbors together?
Let's say it happened because the teachers wanted students to learn more about nature and healthy food.
Perfect. Now put everything together.
Okay, here we go. A group of local teachers opened a new community garden in the town center last weekend because they wanted students to learn more about nature and healthy food.
That is a beautiful news sentence, Ethan.
Thank you! I feel like I just unlocked a superpower.
You did. And there's actually one small bonus step, but we'll save that for the next part of the lesson.
Ooh, a bonus! I can't wait.
But before we continue, we have a quick request for our listeners.
Yes, if you enjoy our lessons and want more natural English conversations, please follow the Miss English podcast.
And don't forget to give this episode a like or a rating. It really helps us reach more learners around the world.
Sharing the podcast with a friend is also a wonderful way to learn together.
Absolutely. Now, are you ready for your next reporter challenge?
I'm ready. Let's keep going.
Now, Ethan, earlier we talked about the 5 W's, but there's one more piece of the puzzle. It doesn't start with a W, but it's still very important.
One more? A mystery letter. What is it?
It's the meaning. What does the story mean for real life?
You mean whether the story is positive, negative, helpful, funny? Things like that.
Exactly. Or what it changes for people. For example, if a new park opens, what does that mean? It means families have a place to relax, children can play safely, and the community feels more connected.
So the meaning shows why the story matters. It connects the news to everyday life.
Yes, and this final step helps you talk about the news in a natural way.
I like that. Without it, the story feels unfinished. But when I think about the meaning, I feel like I understand it more deeply.
And when you want to share a news story with a friend, all you need to do is go through these simple steps.
It really organizes my thoughts. Before, I always felt lost when trying to explain something I read.
And speaking of reading, Ethan, do you know why the news is such a powerful tool for learning English?
Maybe because it gives you lots of new vocabulary.
Exactly. News articles cover everything: sports, weather, business, fashion, travel, science, technology, local events, global issues, everything.
That's true. If I read football news, I'll learn words like goal, score, coach, and championship.
Yes. And if you read weather updates, you'll see words like storm, forecast, humidity, and temperature.
But sometimes the news uses very formal or complicated language. That part is difficult.
You're right. And it's normal to feel that way. But here's a useful trick. Start with the headlines.
You mean the large text at the top of the article?
Exactly. Headlines usually give you the what quickly. Even if the article is long, the headline helps you understand the main point.
That makes sense. Honestly, sometimes I only read the headlines to get the general idea.
And that's perfectly fine. You don't have to read every word to learn something.
Really? I always try to translate every single word, and it takes me forever.
Oh no, Ethan. You're working too hard. Instead, look for the 5 W's. Focus on what you understand, not what you don't.
So I should find the what, where, when, who, and why, and ignore the difficult words for now.
Exactly. You can learn the hard words later. The goal is understanding the story, not memorizing the dictionary.
That feels much easier already.
And pictures help too.
I love pictures. They help me guess the meaning before I even read.
Yes, use them as clues. If you see a fire truck, you know the story might be about an accident, a fire, or a rescue.
That reminds me, I once saw a picture of a giant pumpkin and immediately knew the story was about a pumpkin contest.
See? You're already using context like a pro.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank my pumpkin.
Speaking of practice, let's try a fun challenge.
A challenge? I accept. What do I have to do?
I'll give you a funny headline. You use the 5 W's to explain the story.
Okay, let's do it. Give me your best headline.
Here it is. Surfing dog wins giant trophy in California.
A surfing dog? Are you serious?
I promise it's a real story. Now, let's break it down. First, W. What?
Something happened. A dog surfed on the ocean waves.
Right. Where?
The headline says California, so somewhere along the California coast.
Perfect. When?
Surfing usually happens during the day, so I'll guess yesterday morning.
Wonderful. And who?
The dog? Can I give him a cool name?
Yes, please do.
Let's call him Captain Bubbles.
Captain Bubbles. I love that so much.
Thank you. He's a very professional dog.
And now, the final W. Why?
Because he won a huge trophy in a surfing contest.
Excellent. Now put it all together.
All right. Yesterday morning, on a sunny beach in California, Captain Bubbles, the surfing dog, rode the waves and won a giant trophy in a special dog surfing competition.
That was fantastic. You sounded like a real reporter.
And it was fun. And now I can even add the meaning, right?
Yes. What does the story mean?
It means Captain Bubbles is a talented, brave, lovable champion and probably deserves extra treats.
Absolutely. And it also means people love creative events that bring communities together.
I really enjoy this method, Chloe. It makes talking about news much easier.
And you can use it for serious stories or funny stories, anything you like.
I think I'll start with funny news. It feels safer and less stressful.
Great idea. Start with topics you enjoy. Do you like any sports?
Yes, I love football.
Then read football news first. Since you already know the rules, the English will make more sense.
That's true. I have context.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask questions when you talk to someone.
Questions like,
Did you hear about? It's a perfect way to start a conversation about news.
oh, did you hear about the surfing dog? That's easy to use.
Or you can say, I read something interesting today.
I'm writing that one down.
And if you don't understand a news story, simply ask, what happened? Who was involved? Why did it happen?
So I use the 5 Ws not only to explain news, but also to ask questions about news.
Exactly. It works both ways.
This has been incredibly helpful, Chloe. Honestly, I feel so much more confident now. I don't feel scared of the news anymore.
That makes me genuinely happy, Ethan. The news isn't only for experts or fast readers, it's for everyone. It keeps us connected to the world and to each other.
That's true. Every story, big or small, links people together. And now I have a brand new plan for tomorrow morning.
Ooh, a new plan? Tell me.
Yes, tomorrow I'm going to sit down with a warm cup of coffee, my newspaper, and my special notebook where I'll write down the 5 Ws. It will be my new morning routine.
That sounds peaceful, productive, and very smart. A perfect habit for improving your English every day.
I think so too. It feels like a little ritual. Coffee, reading, learning, reflecting.
Beautiful. But speaking of routines, I just checked the studio clock and I think our time for today is almost over.
Really? Already? Wow, time disappears so quickly when the lesson is fun.
It truly does. But don't worry, there's more coming in future episodes.
Before we end, we have something special to ask our listeners, right?
Yes. We have a tiny piece of homework for you. Don't panic, it's very easy and actually quite fun.
We would love for you to practice using the 5 Ws on your own.
Exactly. Today, find a small news story. It doesn't need to be serious. It could be about a new movie, a sports match, a weather update, a festival, anything that interests you.
And then, leave a comment below and tell us, what is the news? Just write 1 or 2 simple sentences. For example, what happened and where did it happen?
We cannot wait to read your many news reports. They might be short, but they help your English grow.
Yes, and while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to the Miss English podcast so you don't miss our next lesson.
And feel free to share this episode with your friends or classmates. Maybe you can practice talking about the news together using the 5 Ws.
That would be such a fun activity, learning English and discussing real stories at the same time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today, everyone.
Thank you. Keep practicing, keep reading, and keep using your English out loud. So,
We'll see you again in our next episode.
goodbye for now.
Bye, everyone.